And we're in. What's up, TPK Roleplay? Welcome back to Queen's Gambit. This is a D&D 5th edition Doing It Live campaign based on, along with other things, the Tyranny of Dragons module. I am Dat Magic Juice. I am your GM, DM, whatever we want to call that, and shepherd for the day. And we'll go around the table real quick and introduce ourselves, do a recap of what happened last time, and get right back into it. So, Heck, starting with you, please.
Hey, everybody. It's me, Sir Heckalot. As per usual, I'm playing Aster, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid. Moving on over to Hyacinth.
Hiya, it's me, Hyacinth, and I'm playing Icarus, which I did something last session, which I haven't told anyone yet. So I'm not going to say anything specific about my character because, yeah. Also, the mean birth time in this study is 21 minutes difference between children. So we're going to go with that for our birth time. So you're 21 minutes older than me.
I did it.
Dogs.
I am the older twin. Hello,
And
everyone.
With that word, yeah, you.
Yeah, it's a nice segue right to me. It's me, Corndog McGraw. I'm playing Juno, the elven cleric. I will pass it over to Chrissy.
Hello, I'm Chrissy Kritz, and I'll be playing Alta, our Kobold Swarmkeeper Ranger.
Okay.
Magic, back to you.
All right. So last time on Queen's Gambit, we had a very eventful role-playing session. So riding on the castle, Skyreach Castle, which we had our biggest clash yet, involving giants and a dragon and some red wizards and at least one of the shadow warriors. No, it was one of the shadow warriors. And literally witnessed a Dracolich be formed in front of us. We handled that conflict and rode with Blagothkus to what he called his Sanctuary of Giants. And at this sanctuary, we had a discussion with several of the leaders of the Giants clans or factions about what's happening, what Blagothkus has been doing and why, what's your take on things, and essentially moving forward, understanding that they are, at least in some loose capacity, allies to what we're trying to do. We did hear the low drone of what the Giants referred to as the Dragon's Horn, that we also learned was used in very old conflicts of giants and dragons as some sort of communication for the dragons and their followers themselves, but details kind of unknown. Then we were met with our faction leaders, Rydoth, Astriel, and Onthar, who took us to the castle in Waterdeep, where we next had a meeting with the Council of Waterdeep. And just in case it wasn't clear, your faction leaders are holding seats on the council. It kind of comes with the territory of being the leaders of these factions. But that was a tough one. It was a lot of straight up calling out of you guys and the actions you've decided to take, the things that you've done, and decisions you've made. And it's clear that the room is divided in between support and criticism of not only you guys, but your faction leaders as well. But overall, the council's decided to but the council's overall decided to, as a whole, support your continued endeavors with the leadership of your faction leaders. And at the very end, we heard a declaration that you will be boarding Frostskymmer, where we have a new person enter the room. So before we jump right into that, is there anything about all that you guys want to fill in as far as details or anything I might have missed?
No, other than the faction leaders really did just bring the smackdown on those council members. That was great.
Astriel especially was not having it.
Yeah, he was kind of the council dude was kind of rude.
There were
I was
few
not
of
gonna
them.
talk at I was
Yeah.
not gonna talk at all, and then I just caught myself talking back the whole time, and I was like, oh crap.
I think it's on brand for Icarus, though. It made it interesting for sure. Okay, so the council member who's been talking the most declares, he simply says, Frostskymmer. And then this person walks up, and I believe, Aster, you were the first to notice, or you noticed the most, that was it, that this person is wearing like a kind of generic hooded cloak. It's pretty tattered and torn, a stark contrast from the more sort of like cleaned up and formalized garb that everyone else in the council meeting is wearing. And you can see that he has like really heavy scarring on one half of his face, which is kind of hidden behind this hood. Anything that you guys would want to do in reaction to that? Or say?
Are you saying at this point we all notice this person walk in, or is Aster still the only person noticing them?
Sorry, that was unclear. You all see this person walk in. Just those details about, especially the hidden face, is what Aster notices.
Yeah, I think at that point Aster would be like pretty tense. Like she would tense up like more than anything like this entire like large scale social interaction would. It would probably like try to subtly communicate this to the rest of the group. You know, not sure what this person's about. Be ready.
I thought they were gonna be like a boat or something when they said like they're gonna take us somewhere. I'm already wrong, so I'm just gonna wait.
Okay, so he'll walk up to one of you. I guess we didn't really establish a sort of orientation in the room, but let's say Aster. He'll walk up to you, Aster, and offer a hand. The name is Captain Laruskah.
Aster, good to meet you.
And the rest of you are?
This point, like, there's a pause.
The
Aster
rest
just
of
kinda
us are
looks to the
taking
rest.
notes. I'm sorry. I was
I-
writing down a name
I
and
just find it
taking notes.
super weird that we're like in a council, like after this huge meeting, and he just walks in. And he's like, "Who are you?" You know, I'm like, I figured you would know my name already. I wasn't prepared for this.
Ulta
Oh
will
yeah,
stick
along
out.
that mindset, just the idea of, were you not listening?
Did,
Well, he
did,
just walked in, right?
He did
I
just
mean-
walk in.
I don't care.
did they like
Okay.
tell you who you're
All
supposed
right.
to meet or anything?
Not friendly.
I mean,
I was summoned just this morning. I have to catch up on details myself.
Does this captain have any emblems on them that could signify if they're part of Harper's Emerald Enclave or anything like that?
You're trying to perceive that and not asking him directly.
Correct.
Make a perception check.
This is where we find out if we use D&D Beyond. Did it go?
It did go. It
That's
was a
a-
10.
It was minus what? That was a 1. That was a natural 1. I hate my life. So now we know. Now we know.
Luckily for us, I stick to the rule as written that there are no crit successes or failures on checks. So, DC was actually pretty low because he's wearing very basic garments, and it's pretty easy to tell he's not really sporting anything that indicates a faction.
my name is Icarus. Maybe if I pronounce it wrong, you will say it wrong, and then people won't know who I am.
Good plan. My name is Chuyes.
That took me a second.
Ulta is going to look wildly confused at her compatriots and just introduce herself as Ulta Cragmaw. I'm not sure who these two are, apparently.
Ah. Well, that would be a name I do recognize. I'm going to say LSAO would have introduced themselves as well. And he'll continue. You are the one who took on the half-dragon. The story of Greenest, yes?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
you five must have been the rest of that group.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
To say that that was a heroic feat, not only you, Ulta, but the rest of you for what you did in that town and what you've done since, would be a severe understatement.
Yes, it was us. Let me just fan my ego a little bit.
It is an honor. And as this conversation is happening, you will notice another new person walk into the room, and this is one I actually have an image for, unlike everybody else, who will introduce herself as Bojentra Summertain.
Bojentra.
Don't try to write it down. I'm going to give you the handout.
Thank you.
So you have
I
the name.
also-
It's kind of a funky name.
Oh, I was so close.
Oh,
Oh, that was
Gentra
not
W.
even close to how I was writing that.
I was just gonna do like BOJ, like Boj.
That was like Bojangles. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
was
what I was gonna say.
thinking
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh,
I was afraid
man.
to say it because I don't know what Bojangles means, so I didn't know if it would be like appropriate or not. It sounds like it could be inappropriate.
Oh, I
It's
spelled
a
the name
fast
wrong.
food place.
Oh well, I've never been there.
I think they
don't
serve
know.
chicken and
They
like
do.
biscuits. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right.
inappropriate. Wow.
Well, Bojentra is not a server of chicken.
But biscuits?
Maybe. We are in Waterdeep. There's a lot of possibilities. She'll actually go directly to LSAO as if she recognizes them and offer a hand directly to them. The name is Bojentra. I am the
would like
Lady
to- Master
Master of the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors. Sorry, go ahead, Icarus.
I wanted to look for one of those clown zappers in her hand. I'm sorry. You can keep going.
Chaos. It's already chaos. It's my understanding that you have a deepening understanding of chronergy, as well as other magical practices. Is that the case? LSAO will respond that they actually recognize this person's name. It's a very well-known, not only academy, but like a leading school and research facility and output of powerful magical items crafted within Waterdeep. Yeah, I get to talk with myself for lore. The Order requests your assistance, as well as further deepening of your own knowledge and practice. We could use your expertise in the efforts that we're beginning to put together for everything that you guys have discovered. And she'll sort of gesture generally to the rest of you. It would be an honor to have you work with us, both in teaching and in learning. And LSAO looks to the rest of you, the group, to see what you think about that. They are
I personally
clearly
don't
very
think-
interested.
I personally don't think you're a very good teacher. Learn from experience, but I know you like your books, and they probably have a lot of books.
Well, the teaching part, I'm sure I can figure out with this help.
I think Juno will just kind of give like a very knowing look after being this close to someone and just give them a warm hug with her forehead pressed into their chest, knowing that it's going to be good for them to experience magic that is not just divinely inspired.
Well, I'm not sure if I entirely share Icarus's sentiment. I feel like I've learned a lot just by being around you. And if you decide to go, we understand, but that's not going to stop us from missing you.
Oh, I learn things because they're smart and I eavesdrop on them, not because they teach me. It's very different.
Ulta will listen for a second and kind of nod towards Eliseo. I mean, I'll keep trying to like not murder people first. Just to kind of keep that. Because I normally want to murder people first, so and then she will get extremely uncomfortable with the emotion and walk away.
Okay, so with that, Eliseo will tell you guys that they definitely will be seeing you again. And more than just once, of course. And that they will be staying in touch as they teach and learn and operate with this very highly esteemed academy. And then go with Bogentra.
I'm gonna, before Eliseo leaves, I'm gonna give him the punch on the shoulder, you know, like, I don't have emotions. And then I'm gonna be like, the minute you learn to teleport, I want to see you every day.
They'll say deal.
Juno is going to do her best to keep up appearances, that she's okay with this, this is very well understood, that she knows this is what's best for them. But like the moment he's out, she's just gonna like turn into her brother and be like, this is stupid! Who the fuck are these people? And just like go on a tirade about how dumb this choice is.
I was thinking
Like
maybe
she knows it's good for them, but
I was thinking maybe we
people.
could have sold them, made some money off them going to help them, you know, like.
We should be getting financially compensated for this. You are correct.
Yeah, it's like
We're down a
what's it
party
called?
member.
Is this
like
the same council that would settle that dispute?
what is it called when a parent pays the other parent because they're not taking care of the kid?
Child
We should get
support.
that.
Child
We
support.
should get child support for them.
I should at
taking
least get
Eliseo.
alimony at this point.
Okay. So while Ulta is like trying to not be emotional, she will also during this conversation go, yeah, my moral compass is definitely skewed, but I have a strong feeling about receiving money compensation for a human being. So maybe not that. Maybe like a sending stone. Can we request like a sending stone that they have and can have? And I will offer the one that I have. Even though I know Juno has sending, but like
maybe
Right.
Eliseo could
an
like make
extra
one and
way.
mail it to us because like they're like a high uppity wizard, you know.
Bogentra will actually chime in, like stop just at the door on the way out and turn to you guys and say, that sounds like a lovely first project for them.
Can you make it one way so I can only annoy them?
Eliseo's
Okay.
just going to give you one of these.
Or like I'll send a message and then immediately hand it to someone else to receive the response.
Bogentra will continue. Additionally, I can assure you that they will be compensated handsomely for all of their work with us.
No, I meant us.
And then actually the head of the council is going to speak up and say, speaking of, the matter of the vault treasury that you had found has been resolved. you will personally all be receiving 10,000 gold immediately, with another 100,000 going directly into your account. Your vault at the Central Exchange.
I was only at 14.
14 total?
Yes.
Yikes.
Have you not been tracking any of the stuff we've done?
I thought I was, but apparently not.
Astrid
I think it was
will-
all like party funds, right? I don't know.
Oh,
We
yeah.
were using the Amex.
Yeah.
Oh my
We've been
God.
using the black card consistently.
Yeah.
So it was 10,000 with
10,000 on us, 100,000 in our account. Is that each?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I asked that both in character and.
Now we will need to get creative with figuring this out, because while we have for the most part not been doing encumbrance from money, that's a lot of money. So we can't really
I can
ignore.
spend it. I can spend it real
Just
quick.
spend it all immediately. But
I have a bag of
holding?
holding.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you do have a
Great
bag of holding.
minds.
There you go. There we go.
or we
And
can
then
just buy
magic
it with
It's just
regrets.
gold. It's
Magic
just gold.
regrets giving
We
me my
also
magic item that I wanted.
have
at the
enough
beginning
money
of
to
the campaign.
buy an individual bag of holding for everyone so that we can hold the rest of our money.
Valid.
That's possible.
Just gotta find them.
Yep. And then Astriel will actually chime in to continue off of what the head council member just said, and add to it. The remaining balance has been entrusted to us to use for our continued operations, in addition to what you will be doing. So if you do need any more, it is available. Opportunity for response from you guys. I don't want to just steamroll through it if you wanted to do or say anything else.
And how much extra? No, I'm kidding. I'm not a greedy character. I think.
What he means to say is thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
For everything. And we'll see you around.
Absolutely. All right, so the council will dismiss you all, but Astriel, Rydoth, Anthar, and this Captain Laruskah will accompany you to a sort of a similar sort of like meeting chamber, but now it's just you guys without the rest of the council. And Astriel will again begin to brief you. We heard the call of the Drakhorn and have thin, but at least existing reports of information about it, which is why you will be going off with the captain here to the Sea of Moving Ice. As far as we know, it's the last known location of this horn, but no one can really pinpoint its exact location from the sound or even verify with certainty that the relic is still even in the Northern Sea. But the search at least should start there. The one person who could tell us more is a tiefling sorcerer by the name of Maccath. No one alive knows more about the Drakhorn than her, except perhaps the dragons themselves. But unfortunately, the Arcane Brotherhood, of which she is also a member, hasn't seen her for several years. She was investigating the Sea of Moving Ice when her communications stopped. It's our assumption, based on the fact that some of her communications involved a dragon, that this very well may be a dragon's lair that has protections against the scrying attempts that we have made. All we can see is her capsized ship.
When do we leave?
As soon as we can, the captain will chime in. Though I understand that you have just returned and may have things to do here. So,
I think we
that
should go
choice
shopping
is
first.
yours.
I think we need some retail therapy.
Retail therapy does sound nice.
It's true.
And then we can do this epic thing or whatever. Find Maccath. I kind of like, now that they said like she's lost, I'm like, well, we're gonna find her. We need to find her. You know, like I'm dedicated more. You know. Sorry, I'm kind of jittery from like having this much money in my pockets.
Okay. So he will ask then, would this evening or tomorrow morning suit better for you?
What time is it right now? Like time of day?
It's midday.
We could probably go done by evening unless we, you know. I'm not picky. I just want a little bit of time. Especially if there's travel time. Might as well get it done early, right?
Sounds like a plan.
This evening it is.
Very well. I will meet you at the Mist Shore docks at your convenience.
Either
You guys
I've gotten
do know where that
smarter and my options that I tossed out were really good, or no one else really cared and my opinion was the only one.
And just as a reminder, the Mist Shore docks would be familiar to you in character, as one of the places that you had visited while on the hunt for the Stone of Galore, looking for the vault. So you do know where that is.
Did we ever hear back from that old lady that she was okay?
You did not.
I'm gonna make note that we should maybe check in on her. Because she was helpful and also sassy. And I liked her.
Her name is somewhere in this note.
I think her name is in my last notebook.
It is
Thank
also
you.
on the big document that I put up for you guys.
True.
How dare you help us right now?
So the awkward thing is I do have notes here, but they're not as much as I feel like I should have.
From what?
I know
From-
it started with a G. That's all I remember.
Even I'm
Let's
having a hard
see.
time remembering it.
Go
All
Lord.
right, player handouts. NPCs. Is it Grinda Garloff?
Yes.
That was it.
Her.
Yeah, she had the crab.
Yeah, the machine that she could, essentially a submarine crab. Yeah.
I don't remember this at all.
It was a while
What?
ago.
That was one of the moments where we were going to kill someone and decided not to.
Yep.
Was I here?
Yes, we had
Yeah.
a very thorough
Yep.
talk through after that session.
For sure.
maybe it's just a crab that I don't remember, but
Did you disassociate through the entire thing?
I mean,
I don't have an answer. I also don't have a good memory as a human being, so
So, the floor is yours for discussion, questions, anything along those lines, before you head off for your retail therapy.
If Astral is around, I'm going to very quickly. Any update on the shadow issue that we discussed?
I've talked with the headmasters and professors of several of our schools here, It does seem to be a new phenomenon. It doesn't quite match any of the, well, amongst these people at least, currently known spells, magical effects, or otherwise. Even delving into the nature of certain creatures and things along those lines, even across different planes of existence, there seems to be very little to no knowledge about whatever this is afflicting you. But I'm assured that as long as you feel okay and normal, it shouldn't be anything to worry about, but certainly something to keep an eye on.
I mean, I can't keep an eye on it because it's gone. But thanks. And she's just going to walk away.
But your shadow won't.
It won't.
It already did.
So sad.
The true tragedy
Of
of the start of the campaign.
Chrissy's a player, mostly if you think I'm ever going to let this go, I refuse.
I'm down with it.
Give me my shadow back. You just gotta use a bar of soap to attach it to your shoe.
Icarus is gonna walk behind Ulta I have an idea to cheer you up. Well, kind of a joke, not really a joke. So you know how all the schools of magic have a name, right? Necromancy, or I've got one for this new spell they used on you. It's called kleptomancy.
Ulta will take that in for a moment and just stare, as if she's just wildly confused, and then just keep walking away.
Maybe it's funnier in my head.
Yes. And
Probably.
Judo will come up from behind and try to catch up to Ulta wherever the fuck Ulta is walking to.
So Ulta, are you walking away from the group entirely, or just away from Astro?
Just away from Astro, yeah. She's not walking. I mean, she's walking with a purpose, but not distinctly in any direction.
Is Leos in here? Did we say that he was?
Yes, I did not say because I forgot to mention him. He is here.
Okay. I don't have anything I want to say to him right now. I was just wondering if he actually came around again. We'll give him some finger guns.
What if we got real guns?
That sounds like a terrible idea in our hands. Actually, I am going to approach Leosin, and I'm going to just... So, remember that time where you folks all gave us ranks? Have we earned anything beyond a bright candle at this point?
That sounds really dull when you say it like that.
Yes, intentionally so.
We are working on that, I can assure you. And I believe whatever the result of this next mission for you turns up, that will absolutely be in store.
If you need advice, I'm very good at naming things.
Yeah, that's kind of a council decision thing, so...
I'm just saying if they need input or recommendations. I've been known to advise in my day. I've got some experience.
Oh, have you?
By all means, feel free.
Can I see your resume?
I'd turn around real quick, pull out a piece of paper.
It's basically just a Ron Swanson, I do what I want.
All right, anything else for you guys with this this group?
No.
Do any of you have armor you no longer need? Preferably that could work with someone who has decent dexterity and isn't noisy. Perhaps mithril. Or greater than that. Just going to look at everyone that's within our chamber here. I have the money to go purchase it, but I am being stingy right now.
Let's spend our day looking for someone in mithril armor to mug instead of shopping.
Oh, we could do that. I like to think that Aster is like, for fuck's sake.
What is happening?
They will all shake their heads. But you should be able to find some in the city.
Before we leave, do we want to ask for suggestions on shops that we could go to? That way we know right where to go, because I only know like 5 places.
Should we ask like council members or like our advisors or like, our higher ups or like Astral probably has like a magic sword or something,
I assume that we're having this conversation within earshot of any number of people, so Ulta will just turn to the proverbial they that are around, and just ask if there are armories or if they know of a armor shop or a magic shop or a potion shop or a place with pens.
Best dressed in the room and ask them.
That would.
You're gonna walk up to Onthar, aren't you?
I don't know. I might say Astriel's got a cooler getup going on.
Because Astriel's hot.
True.
She will tell you that the Winking Shield is probably the best place to start.
Winky Shield?
Winking. ING.
Winky Shield sounded weird.
God damn it.
Winky Shield sounds kind of inappropriate too.
Because it is.
Thank you, D&D, or fantasy shop name generator.
Woo! Make it weird.
Yep. Introducing a little my own chaos.
To the Winky Shield, everyone.
I was gonna say I should get glamour armor, but I don't know if I have an actual purpose for wanting it other than outfit changes.
I mean, those are incredibly important to you, so.
Yeah, I might get it.
Well, onward we go.
Yeah.
Okay. So, off to the trade district. You've got some walking time. Is there anything you guys would want to be discussing along the way?
I don't know that Juno's discussing anything, but she's definitely like dragging her feet and checking over her shoulder and stuff like that. Like, was that real? Did that just happen? And just kind of like following a little bit behind everyone.
I feel like I'm definitely not the only one that's probably hiding some emotions. Like, I'm definitely just laughing it off like, ha, I don't have any feelings towards them. They're a nuisance. Ha ha ha. But like, it's because of the sibling like relationship, not because I don't have feelings. But I'll probably be like towards the front trying to like fake it,
Gonna kick some rocks.
Ow.
Rocks.
Yeah, Ulta would not be outwardly attempting to engage in like any deep conversations on the way to the store. She would just be making her way downtown, walking fast.
Walking faster.
I have little legs.
Walking Aster.
Hey.
Jeez.
Yeah, no, I think Aster would just kind of be taking that all in. They're not just like what just happened, but also just kind of like how the rest of the group is feeling about it.
I think I'm gonna buy a pet.
You want
I
another
have a pet. I just have a spirit.
I don't have one
Stop.
technically.
Okay. If there's nothing else, then we're off to the Winking Shield, which is a larger building than most in the area, sporting a pretty serious show area as soon as you walk in the front door, with all manner of full sets of armor, pieces of armor, swords, shields. I'm gonna say like the hard stuff, things that are made of wood and metal, as far as weapons go. And it's busy.
Like busy lots of people, or busy like they look like they're busy building things?
Busy lots of people, shoppers.
Well, should we all stick together or divide and conquer?
I'm kind of intimidated so far, honestly.
Okay, so we can stick together.
Let's stick together. Also because I don't want to get distracted.
Fair enough. All right, so who wants to be first in the shopping montage? Because that's what I'm imagining. Just like,
I would
Open the
like
door
armor
and
that's not leather armor giving me bullshit bonuses.
all right,
I'm gonna be a
go to
stealthy
the-
cleric.
the hardware section. Let's go.
It's hardware.
I would love some. Let's see. Hang on. Inventory. Manage inventory. Add items. Armor. I'm just gonna look through this for a moment. So
Okay.
I'll tell you what I'm hoping to find someday,
Okay.
or to start paying for now, and like we come back at some point to Watergate. Ooh, yeah, some cast off breastplate. Ooh, flash everybody. What's that do with it?
Okay, I love that though. Yeah, whenever we get to it, whether it's in this store or we have to go to another one, the only two things on Aster's list right now is like maybe one or two more diamonds if we could do that, for revivify purposes. I'm also looking for incense.
Okay. I
also need incense.
I will throw out a reminder from the two of the other places that you already know of, and I believe, actually, I'm not going to remember if you guys had visited them or not, but Ulta, Jesus Christ, words are hard, and names. You do have Deluntir's Apothecary and the Serene on your list of known places for. The first is for like plants and alchemical stuff, and the second for spell and magical items and crafting of items.
Can you resend that to me, because I've been searching in DMs for God knows how long right now.
Yeah.
Trying to find the names of the shops that I do know.
Okay. Yep. I'm gonna add the Winking Shield to this, and I'll actually I'll just throw it up in our group chat and pin it.
Perfect.
Does that work? Okay. So anyone else in the Winking Shield looking for any sort of like specifically armor or weapon type items?
I'm kind of. So, I'm looking for. I know there's some magical bow or lyre like items. So I'm kind of looking for like maybe a magical instrument kind of thing, just because I'm curious. typically prefer like a harp or a lyre or like something that relates, because I have the lyre bow, so I'm kind of looking for like, and I know there are some magical lyres, but I can't remember if this is the one I was looking for originally, is the one that just came up or not. Because I know I think there's one on my list at the beginning of the campaign, but I don't remember what it was called.
Ah, okay, I can pull that up. And for that type, so bows you can find in this place, but for musical instruments and components, you are looking for halimbar, lutes, and harps, which is on that list.
Okay. And then I do need armor too. I'm trying to make sure I know what kind of armor I can wear. Oh, I can wear heavy armor now. Oh, that's dangerous. Where's my armor? What the heck? Leather.
How about this? Let's we're at almost an hour. I think this is probably a good spot for us to take a brief break. And then we can sort of behind the scenes during this break, you guys can look up some stuff that you might want to look up. Does that sound okay?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good.
We will be right back.
I don't have a way to make that stupid.
And we're back. All right, we've figured out some off-screen logistics stuff regarding our intended shopping. So let's have at it, guys. What are we thinking?
All right. So for the armor place, I will whip out my bracers of defense. And I want to say, can I exchange these for some bracers of offense? Bracers of archery. Because I think they're equal level, I'm not positive. But none of us are unarmored, so they don't help us.
They are. So a semi-smug but well-armored half-orc is going to approach you all. Yes, I believe we can.
Okay.
And he'll hold out his hands.
And I will put the bracers in his hands, trusting him, I think.
Hold here, please. And he's just going to kind of slump away to a different
The elevator
area.
music starts.
And then he'll come back with a similar looking set of bracers and just hand them off to you. A fair exchange.
Wait, shit. I just found out that the one I had was more expensive. When I Googled it.
Oh, we don't know that. We're stupid elves.
Well, I mean, you would have at least a sort of basic knowledge that they have to be able to turn profit on stuff, so.
Yeah, I just didn't. When you were like, yeah, it seems fair, and I was like, oh, okay, I was right. Whoa. No, it wasn't. And I would also like this, I had pulled up glamored studded leather armor.
Right over there. And he points to a set of racks displaying different sets of armor sort of on the front of the store.
Percy the player, when I heard that, thought, Happy Pride.
Wait, when you heard racks?
Glamour studded armor?
Yeah.
Oh. How much do you need for that?
Oh, I should be on that, shouldn't I?
I'll be like, there's some imperfections here, and here, but I think I'll still take it because the illusion will make it look better. But I do want you to know that the craftsmanship was not perfect, and I cannot pay full price. Pulling a Vexalia.
Ugh. That one's 1,000.
Okay. I'm done here. Anyone else can go.
Juno?
I would like to pick up some half-plate mithril armor. And I think she would look around for like a dormant moon blade if she could find one, but I have an inking suspicion that there would not be one here. Because the only one that she knows of is back home with Mom.
You do not see any.
Yep. Just a casual
I'm going to
legendary
reword that
item.
because I don't want to sound facetious. You are confident that there are none here after
Cool.
checking out thoroughly.
Yep.
Anything else in this armory?
Yep. Ulta is going to order some serpent scale mail, as well as nope, never mind. That's very rare. Hang on, I just had it. A rare hand crossbow and some crossbow bolts
Okay.
to replace her not +2 crossbow.
Will you be exchanging or hanging on to that?
She will take her bag of holding out and stick them in her bag of holding and just make hard eye contact while doing so.
Never seen one of those before.
You're
Neat.
a charmer. Thanks.
All the crossbows are on the east wing. And you'd be able to
Yeah.
see them where he points. 600 for the one you described. Pluck one off of a middle shelf and hand it off to you.
Yep. And the serpent scale mail, maybe?
I'll have to go to the back for that.
Okay.
Hold
Love how
here,
unentertained he
please.
is with us.
Have I made you guys uncomfortable yet?
Never.
No, remind me of the price
this
for
is
the
standard.
crossbow.
Yeah, like this is standard for most like store clerks. Let's be honest here.
Because I might also pick up a short sword or two.
So the I think I said everything except Juno, the mithril breastplate, was it?
Half plate.
Half plate. That was 2,500.
Yep.
And then the 600 for the hand crossbow,
Yep.
the magic one, and
Yep.
then what was the other thing? Scale mail.
Serpent scale armor. It's just an uncommon item. Not real fancy, but you know.
Right.
I don't want the issue of everything with Dex being at fucking disadvantage.
Right.
'Cause I'm a brat.
Okay, he'll come back with a piece of that for you and say, only had one your size, 300.
Okay, feels very pointed, that comment. Do you have any short swords?
The barrel's at the back.
Okay. And she's gonna go check out the short swords. We can move on from here though, because I will likely just get a +2 short sword or something.
Okay.
I probably won't go too crazy. So if we
Uh,
want to move to the next one, but how much will a uncommon or rare short sword cost me?
You'll actually see both available. They don't really look much different from each other, but you can tell from the pricing. The uncommon would run 150, and the rare would run 550.
All right, or is there just one of each, or is there multiples of
So
each?
there's actually like, he mentioned the barrels, and when you go over there, you see this alignment of like a dozen just barrels with all these weapons kind of clumped up in them. Like they're sorted out, but rather than being like out on display like all the armor sets and everything, they're just kind of like tucked under the side in these barrels. So there are several of each.
Okay, she will take 2 plus 2 short swords.
Okay.
They are rare. So. Boop boop.
Excuse me.
Oh my god. I just found I was perusing the internet and I found a bow that is called Rainbow, and it's got all the colors of the rainbow and a lot of different effects for what random arrow you shoot.
It's Pride Month. If you don't get that, that's a hate
It's
crime.
completely homebrew, which is the only thing, because I would definitely buy it for Pride Month. But
You could always make one.
I'll make one.
Feels very on brand.
All right. Are we finished with the armory?
Yes.
Where to next?
We could go to the pet store together or split, because I need to go to the music store first.
Well, let's all just stick together. We can head to all of them. I think that was the goal, to do all the
Okay.
things.
Yeah. So let's go to the alchemy shop next, because you guys already talked about that first.
You
Would
think?
the alchemy shop be a space where we could look for magical items by chance?
There is another store for that.
I think that is the other one that Aster wanted to stop at.
Exactly, yes. I think we're going to be
Perfect.
heading over there anyway.
Excellent. I will continue with the group.
All right, sounds like we're going to Delontiers then first.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna be like playing with like my color changing armor right now.
I just imagined it's almost like one of those pillows with like the sequence that like change based on like which way you like flip
Yes,
them.
please. That he like is like actively petting himself. Costume
Face
change.
of Nicolas Cage's face appears at one point.
Oh my god. I actually had that pillow. There's a story I want to tell you guys on our next break here. But anywho, on with the show. So Delontiers is all these places are very close together in the trade ward here, so it's not like you have to be trucking all over the city to get to these places. Delontiers is very similar to the shop that you had experienced in was that El Tirel? Very similar setup, just larger. So with all sorts of like plants and plant-like things hanging out all over the place. It does look like it has this sort of arrangement system, and Aster, Aster and Ulta, you'd be able to recognize, like sections of things, and I'm walking myself into a trap, but I'm going to keep it vague and just say, like, you can generally understand where, like, certain types of plants and plant-like items are. And then there's a different section that has all sorts of, like, glassware, containers, little setups that you'd put like on a desk or a table to help with performing alchemy. So all sorts of tools and containers and implements that you would need for any of that stuff. So what are we looking for here? It's a little bit less busy than the other place was, but not by much.
Yep, just looking for incense, like oil, unguents, like that kind of thing. It's not super specific on the spell that I'm looking at for this, so any one of those three things.
Cost not listed. How convenient. Thanks.
Nice. I mean, like, if I don't know if there's going to be 1,000 GP worth of this, but that's what I'm aiming for.
Wow. What spell is this?
Reincarnate.
Oh. Rare oils and unguents worth at least 1,000 GP, which the spell does consume. Okay. So you're looking for that, and this is... Yep, you would be able to find, between that generic description, you would be able to find up to 5,000 GP worth of those things.
Oh.
Just going to say 5 units of casting the spell.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'll spend 2K. I'll do 2 units.
Okay, looking for the proprietor of this place, you will find a little bit more down to earth looking fellow, rather short, with like a single monocle, sort of like checking out some of the plants and addressing people, and you will make your exchange. So 2,000 gold worth.
Yep.
Does this look like a place where we could get things like antitoxins, or maybe not necessarily? Ulta's ranger brain is like, since we've done a lot of adventuring, maybe we need to prepare more for the things we keep seeing. So like antitoxins or salves to help with injury, things like that.
Or even just like burns, maybe, because like now that we know there are different types of dragons, and like maybe we should be prepared for the different types of dragons.
Do you know all the different types?
I know one does fire, and then we've seen acid and lightning, right? And ice. Oh god, there was a force.
Ice?
There was a necrotic one. We did fight a necrotic one though.
It
Or
did
no, not
start
necrotic.
out that way.
It was force, not necrotic. How do you prepare for force?
Hold
Don't
on
get
to your
hit.
neighbor.
My brain was like really working,
Just
and then
do
it just
better.
died.
Get good.
Get good.
Yeah, exactly. Get
A
good,
small
gamer.
child told me that last week while I was playing a video game next to him and begged him to stop killing me in said video game. And he just responded, "Get good."
Nice.
Fucking annihilated.
Okay, so antitoxins, yes, they're abundant in this place at 50 gold each.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take 4 of them times 2 ? Team. Do we need more than 2 apiece, or?
I don't
Sorry,
think so.
I was getting overhearing the moo of a cow very loudly all of a sudden in the background, and I was like, that's not here.
Or just 1 apiece? Do we think
I
we
think
can?
1 up piece was probably fine. Like, how many times are we planning getting poison, you know?
I don't think we plan on it ever.
Correct. Yeah, this is a preemptive thing. I'm hoping never, but you know, just in case he's.
Well, and like, what are the odds? We all need one, you know? And I think I'll be able to remove
very
poison
easily.
soon.
If one of us gets poisoned, it's very likely that we all have been.
I feel
feel
like I
like
can
that's how
remove
poisoning
poisons a little
works.
bit.
It's not really. It doesn't really make sense to only poison one person of a group.
I thought it was more of like a snake bit me. Can you help me?
I think there's a rule, like it's poisonous if you touch it, but toxic
Toxic if it touches
toxic
you.
if it bites you.
Yeah, venomous if it
You're
bites you.
so
that's the word.
close.
Something. I don't know.
I knew
I
what you were
kept
saying. I just
glancing at
agreed
you,
with the wrong
heck,
answer.
hoping that you would fix what I was trying to say.
Sorry. Okay, so quick nature fact, chat. And Aster will also kind of explain this. It's more if you touch it or if you eat it and you get sick or poisoned, it's poisonous, but if it bites you and the same effect happens, it's venomous.
I don't know why I was so set on the word toxic. I was like, yeah, sounds good.
I mean, I
Which
guess
I'm-
technically both are toxic in their own ways.
I've known that differentiation since I was like 4, and I was still so adamant that it was the wrong word.
So an antitoxin is
Is
for
both?
something venomous.
Both.
Yes.
That's
But
what I'm
both-
trying to say is like it would be venom from a dragon. Like it wouldn't be, I don't think it wouldn't help if somebody put a poison in our soup. Right? Am I crazy? Do I know what I'm talking about or am I?
I just didn't realize antitoxin was specific to venom because it's toxin, not venom. So that's where I was thrown off.
Luckily for us, in D&D, we do not have to parse between the two, and antitoxin
Alright.
is just against... It's all poison as far as D&D mechanics go. So,
All right.
Unless it's acid.
No,
I'll
just
buy-
the blanket statement. The blanket statement is just antidote. Just over
yeah,
everything.
there you go.
All right. So will that also work for any things like poisonously? Like if you're not going to be like, this is a spider, whatever, and it doesn't work on that. Like, is it like if it's magical, it's not going to count, right? I just want to make sure I'm not buying
Right.
something that's silly. Okay. All right.
Right, you're right. So all that stuff, like creature to creature, venom versus poison, all that stuff, it's all just lumped into poison in this world.
Check.
So yeah, antitoxin. Antitoxin does specify it's gaining advantage on saving throws.
Correct.
And I'm not aware if there's something that like it cures you if you are poisoned.
No, I
We'd
don't
have to
think it
find
does
it.
that. I was under the impression that it just helps you in the saving throws bit. Like it's not
Right.
gonna get rid of it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll find it somewhere. I'm gonna buy 4 of those.
Okay. That's 200.
Check.
I do like the idea of having so much money, but still barbing them down on everything.
Anything
help a
else
poor.
here?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Ulta didn't need anything else. I don't know if Astra did.
This, I think, is all we're going to get from this store. The magic supplies is going to be what's probably where we're headed next.
Yes.
Magic. Oh, the Serene?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, the Serene is of a similar setup to the alchemical shop, except is instead of plant stuff and things, we're talking all sorts of stones, gems, basic pieces of like, I don't want to say ingots, but like basic structures of different metals that would be obviously for like fashioning into weapons and items of that variety, as well as all sorts of books, stacks of papers, inks, pretty much any basic element of magical items that you could find, that you could think of, you can probably find here.
Are there potions here?
That would have been at the last place.
Well, shit balls.
We can retcon that. That's all right.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
In my brain, alchemical was like nature stuff, like herbs and stuff, not necessarily magical potions. I'm sorry. That
That's
was
okay.
my misunderstanding. I'll just message you.
Okay.
That way we can keep it moving.
All right. So what are we looking for here?
I'm looking for a diamond. Just the one.
Okay. And what size were you looking for?
Whichever one is 300 GP. So I guess sizable. I don't know. I don't know anything about the diamond market.
Okay. And what spell was this again? I'm sorry.
Revivify.
Revivify. Okay. As you guys are checking this out, you'll have an elf in modest but clean clothing, sort of cloaked over with one big robe, will all of a sudden just like be right there leaning over your shoulder, Aster. Ooh. Dabbling in some dangerous activities, are we?
Hopefully not this dangerous, but it's never too, it's better to be safe rather than sorry, right?
Can never be
Yeah,
too
marriage.
cautious, of course.
Sorry, I heard two people talking at the same time.
Icarus says, yeah, marriage.
The elf responds, can never be too cautious, of course. Anything else?
Well, that's it for me. Anybody else?
Do you happen to have an amulet of the devout here? Or know where I could procure one? It's a blue boy
Oh, why, of
that
course we
requires
do.
attunement by a cleric or paladin. I'm a cleric,
Right this way.
allegedly.
Allegedly. And he will lead you toward sort of like the back corner with some of the more completed full items on display rather than just pieces and basics of stuff. What would you like your amulet to look like, Juno? What's one that would like stick out to you as he shows you the display?
Let's see. There's a cool symbol regarding the Moonweaver. Hold, please. Images. It would look something like... That's not the one I wanted.
Oh, that's a good item.
Yeah, man.
I kind of want one.
It would look something like this. I will post it in TPK show discussions.
Okay.
Ping. There it is.
Nice.
So a little bit of like a hazy purpley color with some silver moon emblem. I don't know that it would have the arrows in it, but it would have just reference to the night sky and feel cool to the touch.
Nice. Oh, this is a lovely piece indeed. It will run you 3,000 gold.
Just turned to stare at him deadpan. Excuse me. We saved your city from ruin, from it being completely overtaken by gangs and violence. And you're going to upcharge me?
Well, I surely appreciate what you've done for us, but I do
Clearly you
still
do
need
not.
do still need to run a profitable business.
Right, and when one of the heroes of Waterdeep is wearing your amulet, giving you all of this, oh, what is it? What is it that they make, like, creative folks do for all of this exposure? Sorry, now I feel like an ass. Ugh. As a creative working in this industry. Okay. All the exposure you'll get by being on my neck. Juno, cleric of Waterdeep, hero of what was that swamp that we were in?
The Mirror of Dead Men.
Yes. Talk about that. I'm just gonna name drop all the random locations we've been to. And just grimace at him at this point.
So if I'm understanding
3,000?
this correctly, Juno or Corndog over the table, what you're trying to do is basically, if I put it on my Instagram, will you give me a discount?
Yes, that's basically it. I am the Instagram, though. Everyone knows me.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And then while that's happening, I'm gonna just tap my ghost lantern a little bit, and it's just like inside it, he sees like the hands tapping the glass of a spirit that's trapped, and I'm just going to stare, unblinking, for a discount.
Make a persuasion check.
So can Ulta saddle up next to her and just gliding off of her coattails, hold up the wand of magic missiles and go, can you also re-up this? Can you put the things back on it? It does the shooty thing, so can you do that again?
I got 9 total, unless I can roll with advantage for some reason. I'm not very charismatic, everyone.
That's, yep.
But I'm very insightful. Dude, I at least spook him.
He is completely unscathed by the sort of awkward spook, I guess, that we were going for. Juno would notice that, and he'll just kind of like return your stare for a couple seconds. I'm sorry, but 3,000.
Do you need a loan to help pay for it, sister?
No, I have plenty of money. I'm being stingy.
Channeling your inner Vixalia.
Corndog, are you deciding? Should I go to Ulta's thing for a minute?
What if I trade you this whip from the hallowed caverns just outside of Greenest, where we first found the conspiracy of?
You could sell that for a lot on eBay as a souvenir.
I'm trying to sell it for a lot right now.
I'm saying that to the merchant. It's authentic.
Oh, it's one of the whips that would lash the animals. Remember how we did not like that? We were like, nope. Yeah, the drakes. We just took all of them because we were not okay with their inhumane treatment. So I'll just go into
an authentic
a long...
souvenir. It would go for a lot in the fan base.
It was once held by Ulta Cragmire. And then I'm going to put it in Ulta's hands. Because I'm pretty sure I've been carrying these this whole time.
Ulta, while holding awkwardly a wand, will grab the whip and now be holding both the whip and a wand very uncomfortably, as they neither are items that she's used to accessing in any way, shape, or form.
And to add to it, this wand is pretty long. It's like a 6-foot staff type of implement. So,
what kind of wand is this, Magic?
What do you mean?
6-foot staff?
Yeah.
It's all
For a
like 3 feet
wand?
It's
taller
not
than
this
her.
little thing.
She's
Yep.
like holding it with both hands. Then
It's a long one. Wow. So
it's a
That's what she
long
said.
one.
yep.
All right.
Yep. Walks right into that one. The so I over the table, Chrissy. I am not understanding what your request was with this.
So after you use the wand, it's useless. I haven't used all of it yet. I'm just trying to re-up the charges that I've already used. I have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 charges of the 7.
It regains charges every day.
Oh, it doesn't specify that.
You're
After a
looking
long
at
rest?
the wand of magic missiles.
Yeah.
Yep. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn.
Where do you see that?
I
I'm
pick up the
really not-
alarm.
What?
I
They
imagine they
won't
just pick-
re-up in D&D Beyond then. How do I get them to re-up?
Oh, you just
How do they
you
come
just have to
back?
click the squares to like you click on the squares to fill them in when you use the charges. You just have to roll dice and then unclick the number of squares that's appropriate.
Oh
think a
man,
long
Chrissy
rest
How
got
many
me
times
serious
has
fucking
it been since we
confused.
last did this?
I think it's full.
That is, yeah, it's full. So that is one thing about items in D&D Beyond. Like D&D Beyond will do your health as long as it's a long rest. It'll do, like recharging all your spell slots, but it will not recharge magic items. You still have to sort of manage that manually.
I just keep clicking this and it's not changing. So we'll deal with it later. I will deal with my giant double-fisted staff wand at another time.
How are you carrying this around?
I
this
have no
whole
idea.
time?
I
You
was
just been
under-
like loading it up.
Bag of holding TM, just taking out the big guns
Just
during
use-
combat.
it would be
Just-
like a
just the
bazooka
tip.
on her
It's
shoulder.
just the tip comes out of the bag of holding.
That's
Whoa.
it. And she just points it generally in its general direction, thinking that she's accomplishing the goal.
I mean, it's magic missiles. You don't even have to point it.
Exactly. You don't even really need the. I mean,
Yep.
It's not even
Never any-
RPG accuracy. You just point it in the air and pull it somewhat out of the bag, and it'll just launch on its own.
God, this is getting better and better.
Yep.
Yeah, you just have a missile launcher. This is exceptional. A heat-seeking missile launcher.
This is turning
All right.
out to be a great episode.
I love this.
All right, so are we rescinding that question, or are we actually asking that question?
I mean, Ulta's had no idea and Chrissy had no idea, and I still can't fix it on my character sheet. But now that I know that, I will just awkwardly hold the wand like a bazooka or a missile launcher, and also hold the whip in the other hand, and just look ominously at the guy as if to attempt to assist Juno in their task.
Yes! Can this count as the help action? Just let me roll one more time.
So, yep, I'll let you roll one more time.
We're gonna not use that one. Plus 1, I think. Excellent. 17? I think that's a 6. Yes. 16. So 17 total. That's an exceptional roll for me, everyone.
All right, with
I should become more
that,
charismatic.
he'll just like maintain the sort of stare at you, Juno, and then like awkwardly watch you hand that whip off to Ulta, and Ulta sort of match your confused look here. Such a tool could be used to some valuable capacity after much time, effort, spellcasting, and implementation of other items along with it. I could offer you 2 gold for it.
Wow.
I couldn't keep a straight face at the end of that.
I'm letting off one of the darts. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do it.
Fuck this
Kill
shop.
'em.
Ulta is just there as support at this point for Juno.
Juno, what are we thinking?
Juno is going to unfortunately take out the 3,000 gold it will take. But while she's doing that, the restless spirit that is inside her ghost lantern can feel her disdain for this person and just starts like trying to claw its way out, and slowly does get out to show a beautiful mage hand just flipping him off. Because fuck you.
Oh, how
And Juno
lovely.
is not going to note, she's not going to notice that this is happening. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to give him this gold in the most annoying way possible. Like when I paid one of my roommates in nickels for electric.
Ooh,
I didn't like it.
awesome. Well, lovely. Thank you for shopping at the Serene. Unless there's anything else I can help you with.
I will not be referring anyone to this establishment. And I just walk out. The first thing I tell someone that's about to walk in, don't. You're only going to get hustled. It's not worth it.
Oh my.
Just start spreading whispers about how this place does not offer discounts. Even to the powerful. What was the name of this establishment? I need to write it down. Like
The Serene.
my new enemy now that
The
has
Yeah,
Serene.
all right. Yeah. Hey, let me see your name tag real quick. That's the energy.
Can I speak to the manager?
I'm going to be calling corporate.
Oh my god.
Here is my flock of seagulls haircut. I am ready to go.
All
I
right.
was born a carrot, raised in the fires.
What's next for
I
us,
know where my
guys?
pen went.
I think we're gonna go to the music shop next, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here?
Sorry, what was the name of this place that we just left?
The Serene.
Fuck the Serene.
Okay, so off to Hallenbar.
Yes.
All right, this will be the least busy so far of the places you visited. I need to check one thing, sorry. Okay, a human woman will greet you.
Hello.
Hello there.
I'm just gonna be very friendly, you know, try a different approach than hasn't worked for this group in the past.
What can I help you find?
I was actually looking for some magical instruments, preferably like harps and lyres, as they're sacred to my patron deity.
Of which we have many. Right this way. Leads you off to the side, one side of the, again, large display room with a bunch of instruments propped up all over the place. And you have a healthy selection.
Can you give me a brief description of each of them? I would like to know what I'm perusing.
That happens. It takes a while.
Shit.
She does oblige.
I just want to know if there's something more interesting than the one I can find, because I thought I had a different one in my head. Could you find my sheet or no?
Oh, I said I was going to do that and I didn't do that. Yes, one
Because
second.
if not, I think the one on my list is the Siren Song Lyre. It allows me, it is a rare wondrous item that allows me to cast a few minor spells: Animal Friendship, Charm Person, and Thrall Suggestion. But it doesn't sound as wowing as maybe it did at the beginning of the campaign, if that's what it was, because right now it sounds kind of weak, like spells I could already cast, but I still really want it.
The Siren Song Lyre is one that you had on your list.
Okay, then that's probably what I wanted. So that is going to be the one I'm going for.
Okay. Yes, we do have that. For 800 gold.
Okay. I mean, oh, 800. Wow, that's so much. Is there any way you can make it a little bit cheaper for my poor pockets?
Make a deception check.
How did that go there? I can't see. 18.
Well, surely you know how much time and effort goes into making each and every one of these. I believe the price is fully justified.
Fine. Whatever. I rolled a natural 6 to get that 18, so I'm not going to complain. That was bad. Thank you. And then I'll just leave.
Okay.
Siren, Song Lyre, add. And then we're going to walk out and we're going to be like, is it time for the pet shop?
Is it time
Oh,
for the pet
also-
shop?
I think it's time for the pet shop. I also have some like +1 magic items I can just hand out or get rid of, like sell. I've got a +1 longsword. And I also got an amulet of proof against detection and location. I don't know if anyone doesn't want to be found or anything, but
Probably should have gotten some of those nice things off of LSAF in the game. Oh well. So
I
it's
think-
against the proof and detection.
yes.
Part of me wants to suggest that for Ulta as the name and story that's been carried around the most.
Yeah, even if you don't want to use it, you can still hold on to it.
She will pull a necklace out from underneath her shirt and say, I currently have an amulet of proof against detection and location. I
Oh,
think I've had it since after my shadow was stolen.
oh, I think I gave it to you and just kept it in my inventory then,
Okay.
probably.
Ah,
So I'm just gonna
We
remove
found
it.
feels
it
likely.
somewhere. We
I'm
found
gonna
it
remove it
somewhere
from
and
my
it was given
inventory
to me.
now.
You're
Yeah, because I got it as a +1. I got it as a gifted magical item, and then tried to give it away because it didn't help me. I did give it away, and it didn't realize it did. So that's good. I'm glad we did that. I go to pull it out of my
Thanks.
pocket, and it's not there.
and she pulls it out from underneath her shirt.
You
There
mean
it is.
this that you have already given me? It's been months. It's been months, so it's easy for us to forget.
yeah.
Let's go to the mystifying beast. I want a pachyderm.
Okay.
Preferably of the hippo variety. They're not pachyderms, are they?
No, I don't think so.
They're in the horse family, I'm pretty sure.
Hippos?
Are you?
In the horse family?
I mean, in Arabic, they're called horses of the river, is what their name translates to. So I just assumed they meant they were horses.
No, I
Can
don't
I
think.
done enough mushrooms for this?
I don't know much about animals, but I can say that I don't know that a hippo would be a horse.
I would ride one into battle if given the opportunity.
Yeah, see, they're a horse.
They're the things that kill humans the most. So
I know,
would-
I know that I am
no.
a dipshit and not allowed anywhere near them because I see their dumb faces and I'm like, I love you.
According
Every
to
part of
most
you.
of these maps I'm looking at, they're closer to like sea mammals, like dolphins and whales. Than
Yeah.
I
So
did not
walking
realize
into
that.
mystifying beasts.
I love this realization. Watching Hyacinth like get this was really good.
The more you know.
Walking
My
into
whole life
mystifying
has
beasts,
changed.
you will see a handful and a half of everything from small cages to modestly sized enclosures that go from like the floor up to about 6 feet or so, containing all manner of small mammals. Your typical rabbits, gerbils, hamsters, sort of thing.
Are there any birds here?
Looking farther in, there are, as well as some lizards.
Does there happen
would
to
like-
be either a pale, very pale lizard or a very pale owl?
Sure. Which one do you want?
Gonna look for the smallest, palest owl I can find.
Okay. I'm gonna say you can find a pale owl that, while standing up, is about 6 inches tall.
How much? How much is this creature?
Oh, well, he's a fun little one. That'll be 15 gold.
Here, and I just put a pouch of 30 gold in her hand and just start nuzzling him. What makes him fun?
Well, he's a very talkative.
Going to pull that back a little bit. How talkative.
As soon as you say that, it's just gonna let out this hoot! You're like looking right at you.
Do you know how I can train it to not do that?
Honestly, I have no idea.
I don't know if that's gonna work where we go next. Could I perhaps see the pale lizard?
Oh, I think he likes you though.
That's fair.
I love him.
I love him so much as Courtney. I love this owl.
Ulta's going to
I
walk up
just
to
sit here
Gino.
like, this is not.
You should just send him over to Eliseo.
Yes, I will have this. I need you to send this to Eliseo at the mages, the watchers and protectors, master mages and watchers and protectors. I wrote down some gibberish that says watchers,
Watchful
protectors,
order of mages and protectors.
The watchful order of mages and protectors. The watchful order of mages and protectors. Yes, I will send this owl to Eliseo.
You're
be
asking them
like-
to send it?
Yeah. I am.
I just
That's
saw
what the extra 15 gold
That's
is.
what the extra 15 gold is. Yeah.
It's the delivery fee.
Handle with
Well, I
care.
suppose we can handle that.
Could I also look into this fair list or this pale lizard?
Of course, that's right over here. I'm losing it at this picture that Mr. Rogers got, guys. Oh my god.
I can't.
Yeah.
Aggressive hooting will live in infamy. So you'll actually, you'll see a tank sort of set up with several very lightly colored to like pale/white lizards of varying sizes.
I'm just gonna look in at them and just say puff and try to make eye contact with one. The first one that makes eye contact is it's gonna get weird.
All of them will sort of like awkwardly scurry a bit, except one that will just sort of like look up at you. Beep.
It. I respond in kind. It's been a while since we've had a lizard, and then I'm just gonna reach in and go blip, blip, blip to make it crawl up my arm.
It's gonna sort of like awkwardly stiffen when you grab it, and then when you place it on your arm, it'll sort of.
Oh,
like
I'm not
look around.
grabbing it. I'm like creating a ramp.
Oh, you're scooping? Okay.
I'm
just
not
creating a
even
ramp?
scooping. I'm creating a ramp and going blip, blip, blip.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
This feels
Or animal
like a
handling,
good
whichever
place.
one.
I was just going to say, I appreciate that you went persuasion and not animal handling, because if it has a choice.
Right.
Animal handling is 19, bitches. I'm wise as fuck.
Yeah, it'll sort of smell its way up your arm and slowly crawl for you.
Ulta will walk over and offer some crickets and other small things to Juno.
Juno
as-
will happily feed the lizard wherever it is inside of her robes.
All right.
Sorry, I know we came here for you. Icarus. Another name almost came out.
I'm just gonna look down at this piece of paper I have in my hands. I'm like, I have a checklist. This might be a while. And I first would like to look for a hippo.
Upon further review, you do not find any hippos.
Okay, I would like to walk to the lizard section and look for more dragon-like lizards. Like little, like, pseudo-dragons, per se.
Okay.
Like,
Is there any particular, like, look you're going for? I guess I don't fully understand dragon-like lizards.
well, a pseudo, like, I'm like a pseudo-dragon, like a familiar almost, where they're like little pet dragons, more than anything. But, I found this cute one that's like, he looks like a little, like dark brown to light brown, like, skin color, and he's really cute. And I
Sure.
just want something cute.
We can do that.
It's like, find familiar, but I need to befriend him and stuff first. it's gonna be a lot of work, but he's cute.
Oh, that'll be 5 gold, please.
Oh, cool. Wow. I didn't even have to go through my entire list. This is cool. Ow! Artemis, stop it! Sorry. That's his
Real
name
life
now.
familiar is mad.
How
How dare you
dare
get a pet
you
in
She
here?
heard I
Nana.
replaced her. She heard.
How dare you?
Well, so there are 2 choices. One, there's like this one that I found. 2, I want a dragon that looks like a dragon fur.
Is that not the one you picked out?
Well, I'm just saying like the purplish, fruit that's in real life, like
Oh.
there's 2
I
different color
believe it
schemes
was
that I have in
posted
mind.
in Queen's Gambit's group chat. If you're looking for the dragon,
It's the same idea, just 2 different skin patterns that make me laugh.
Yeah. We can absolutely say that you got that.
Oh, shoot.
Tiny
I
plants.
expected more fight back.
Oh no, we're talking about fun flavor things that you guys want to get. I'm not going to fight you on that.
Okay.
But no
Seed
hippos.
breath.
I want a battle hippo.
That would be a different shop.
Wait, is there a shop for hippo?
No.
Maybe I
was
should try the stables.
a
You're
joke.
right.
Let's join the circus.
And I'll just move along, getting distracted with my new dragon.
Okay. Anyone
Ulta,
else?
while here, would purchase some mice to feed Sunrunner.
Oh. Mice are going to be a silver piece each.
I would also like to ask her for some food advice for said reptilian creatures, because I'm not super familiar. Or I guess I have an expert in my party already, but because you've had one for a while.
Well, for that variety, you could easily do just fine with grubs and other bugs, insects, of course. But the occasional piece of fresh meat, as long as it is healthy, would be a nice treat for it.
Okay. Well, now I have 3 different pseudo dragon designs that I can't decide which one's the cutest.
Okay, while he's deciding that, anyone else?
Ulta just purchases a meese and then drops it into her spot where she keeps Sunrunner, and lets nature take its course.
Nature taking its course means you feel a little bit of thumping around, like on your thigh where the bag is hanging, and then it stops after a few seconds. All
Okay,
right.
the other one's cute, but I think the most character fitting one is it's kind of like a a palish, like, skin with like the scales that go outward, getting kind of like a pinkish, darkish pink.
Ooh.
And it kind of has a lot of like, like edges to its scales.
Are you purchasing 3 pseudo dragons?
Nope, just one. I just changed the
just
color.
one.
And
Oh,
I
okay.
just
I was just
I
very
just
confused.
got distracted and couldn't decide what I wanted, and then kept changing my mind on the colors. But he said it was fine, so I just kept going.
All right.
I was gonna say we're just gonna have like a gang of tiny dragons, which sounds great.
And it's gonna be Pokemon, and we're gonna
Oh my gosh.
send them out there to fight Tiamat. They're gonna get huge.
All right. I believe that is our list. Was there anything I'm missing as far as places we wanted to visit?
We want to go to what's her face's house to see if she's still alive.
Yeah, Grinda.
Oh, Grinda.
But that's like on our way to the docks.
Yes.
So.
Okay, so that is a perfect opportunity for us to take another brief break for the evening. So we'll be right back to do that. Okay, we're back. We have just finished a half episode of shopping. Well, no, we had other stuff before that, but a shopping spree in Waterdeep, and are now on our way to Brainfart Central, the Mist Shore docks. So it's like later afternoon at this point for you guys. Is there anything you guys would like to be doing or discussing on the way?
Can anyone crochet? This is very important.
No.
Knit. I'll work on it. I want to make them I wanted to make my little friend a little like pillow or like a little like bed for my bag.
I like it.
I'll find a better solution for it. Wait, maybe I'm proficient in tailoring actually. Give me 1 second. This isn't important anymore. Sorry. Nope. Okay. Next time we go shopping. Do you think they'll be friends? Or they'll be like, when you introduce cats and they hate each other for a while before they become friends? I look at Ulta as Sunrunner and, my...
Are we just standing in the shop while you're saying this?
Oh, I figured we were walking to the docks after we finished
No,
shopping.
I'm just asking because if we're around a lot of other people, she would act like she has no idea what you're talking about. But
no, and I'm not saying names or I'm just being do you think they'll be friends? And hoping you get what I'm trying to say without being specific.
I'll keep an eye out for any people trying to listen in. Anyone who looks like they're creeping.
I was just making sure that there wasn't a shopkeep standing there holding dead mice as I'm dropping them into my pocket. Ulta would kind of just I'm sure it's gonna go great. I hope. I think. Maybe.
Oh. That went downhill so quick. I'm gonna go with the first answer.
Yeah, we'll have to just, we'll do it slowly.
We'll play it by ear, yeah.
Yeah, and put up maybe a gate or something in between them so they can smell each other.
And they feel safe. That's the important part.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to figure that out, but it's gonna go fine. It's fine.
We'll bring treats. Yeah,
absolutely.
And now it's us over rationalizing it, trying to talk ourselves out of worrying. And I'm just gonna be going over a list of names in my head, I hadn't decided yet. Because I'm still not decided yet. Out of game.
And I think we're just continuing to make our way downtown.
Walking fast?
Walking fast. Faces pass.
Oh, that was such a lame...
We are not homebound. We're going to Grinda's.
One of the suggested names that I just came up from my Google search was Hyacinth.
Nice. Okay, so we are at the Mist Shore docks on the Southwest Naval Harbor. And you will see the familiar area. It would be familiar in character, at least for y'all. It's been a while as players. But it's mostly empty. Like a lot of the buildings, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes whether they're like abandoned or just like not currently in use, in between uses, that kind of thing. But it's not like run down, at least. And you said you wanted to check out Grinda's, and you are easily able to find that place just one dock over from where you see the captain, along with a modestly sized ship.
Ahoy. Have you seen an elderly woman named Grinda any time recently?
Oh, you're asking the captain this?
Yep, I'm just shouting it.
He's just gonna...
Do we
Yeah.
remember where she lived?
Yes. You're able to easily see the place like a dock over from where the captain is.
At the very least, if she's not here, Juno could always send a message. You're familiar enough with her.
Good. I think we tried that in the past and I couldn't reach her. But we could try again.
I'm just gonna knock on the door.
After a few seconds, it will open.
She's home.
Oh, hello.
Is it Grinda?
It is.
I thought you were dead.
Oh. Why?
I can't really recall. I was concerned about you, though.
Oh. Well, thank you.
I think we thought people were following you in your underwater ship machine. Ship with a P. I have a lisp. I didn't say ship machine.
No, so far as I know, it was a discreet trip, and the package was handled appropriately and as promised. And I haven't had any trouble since.
Good. What was the package?
It was the guy that you guys knocked out.
It's like the
Oh.
yeah.
The guy that we didn't kill when we wanted to
Yes.
kill. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
coming back.
the-
Short-term memory loss. Probably fine.
Well, we're glad to see you're doing well. I think the root of the problem should be largely gone at this point too.
Well, that's good. I certainly going to be keeping my dealings with folks more to people I know and trust.
It's a good
Probably
plan.
best.
Is there anything that you need help with?
Are we
Seems-
included in that list of people?
Well, of course, after everything you've
Oh,
done.
good. Just checking. We've just been standing here. I don't just figured I'd ask.
Well, we were just swinging by and figured that we would check in because it's been a while. But we're actually headed up north very soon.
Oh,
Question for you, do you? And I'm gonna sidestep a little bit into the doorway so I can give her a window to look over my shoulder to see the captain. Do you happen to know this guy? Would you say he's trustworthy if you do? If not, should I be prepared to hit him in the kneecaps? Or something of that nature?
oh,
I just don't know if he's a captain that regularly docks so close to her house.
that would be Captain Laruskah and the infamous Frost Runner. Well, as far as I know, you'll be in good hands with that. Good in a chase, too.
Frost Runner.
No, Sunrunner.
No, Frost Runner. It's different.
Staring contest ensues.
Thank you. I hope you stay well.
Bye.
Bye.
You as well, thank you.
What
I'm still kind
on
of curious why we
children?
even. I'm still kind of curious why we went there in the first place.
I wanted to know she was alive.
Yeah,
She
just
was
to check
following
it,
up
like
on an
literally just to
NPC.
check in on her.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know how to do that not awkwardly.
Yeah.
Hey, Sokka, you dead, man? It's like, no, it's not.
Kiss my lucky egg. Oh, man.
Oy vey. We are uncomfortable people to be around.
Yeah, like most of us have low charisma is the best part.
And the one who has the best charisma is probably the most awkward.
You guys made me laugh so hard I like sneezed. So I'm gonna grab a tissue. I'll be right back.
I'm allergic to joy. Achoo. That's what Hyacinth
How
just
dare
said.
we have fun playing D&D?
How dare we have fun playing games, telling stories.
To the ship.
To the ship. Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Oh,
No.
boy.
Oh,
All
I
right.
think I decided on a name. I think I'm gonna call her Amaranth.
Aw.
What's that mean?
It's like the bleeding heart flower. They're like reddish pink and they kind of droop downwards.
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. So off to the ship. Captain Laruskah will greet you.
Going on a trip in our favorite
rocket
runner
ship. Zooming through the ice, bitter ice skates.
So the ship's about 100 feet long.
Cancelled.
Which is, I mean, I don't know what you guys might have been expecting. So take that how you will. It's about 100-foot long ship. The top of which stands about 10-15 feet above the water, and you can see that it's actually got an upper and lower deck. But it's otherwise a pretty standard. I don't really know details about ships, but there's doesn't seem to really be anything special about it.
I expected it would have like the sharp front to cut ice, or like it would like magically skid over ice or something, you know?
Are you saying this out loud?
I'll say it within my group, like not loud, but like softly.
Okay.
Can this thing cut through ice?
We won't need it to.
Aren't we going to the sea of
See.
melting ice? Moving ice?
We are.
Okay. So you don't need to cut through that which we will encounter.
Oh, no, not with this ship.
Why?
The ice will move away for us.
Oh.
It's a rather interesting spell. I'm not really all that familiar with it, but
Find me someone who is.
you would have to go to the Order for that, as they are the ones who placed it on this ship.
Is it the Order of the Gauntlet?
No, the Watchful Order is what he meant.
Oh.
Mystic order of mystical marks.
Watchful Order.
I don't really think we have the time to think about it that much. I mean,
No,
the horn
we
was
were just curious how it worked, you know, it was fine.
It's really difficult for me to describe. I think you just kind of have to see it when it happens.
Okay.
Vicious. I, Courtney, know that this is perfectly fine. You know, it's just like the fuck.
I don't know
is
why I
this?
don't trust this captain so much, but I don't.
It was me. I brought it out right away.
Mistrust every NPC.
I was right once, I'll be right again.
True. Mistrust all of them. Some of them will be untrustworthy.
Right.
True.
Do you have everything you need?
Yes, I think.
Do you have anything to keep us warm in the case of ice?
Yeah, how cold is it up there? We didn't really plan for weather.
Yes, it will be rather cold, and you've been supplied with the appropriate garments on the lower deck.
Do you have like?
Fashion show at lunch.
Do you have like
That's-
puppy-sized fur coats too, like small dog? You know, just in case anyone has a small dog or a small
Do
creature
you have
with them.
sun lamps by chance? Should we acquire one before we go?
We do.
Do you have this deck called a poop deck? I don't know. Everyone's asking questions.
So accurate.
There's a clip. Jesus Christ.
You have this deck called a poop deck.
Chaos.
I'm just gonna put that in my notes.
Yep.
No context, just poop deck.
Yep. I mean, the last note in here is "fuck the serene," so you know.
Jesus. We do have blankets of several sizes as well. Oh, as far as lanterns go, yes, I do have a handful of those as well. We'll have to maintain the torches, but that's easy enough.
That works for me. At the very least, I could wild shape into something that's a lot warmer if anyone's not opposed to cuddling.
With a bear.
All the cuddles forever.
I'm a bear.
Happy
I will.
Pride.
I will like.
Oh.
Just went straight with the guns.
Yeah,
Like,
Really, I'm more of a twink. Oh.
Can I give you guys just a real quick fun fact?
Oh
My first
God.
pride I ever went to, I walked up to the bear booth and was like, I love bears. Thought we were talking about animals. And then I
Awesome.
saw the men and they're like, and we love you too. And I was like, this is the best. Happy Pride, everyone. Happy
Happy
Pride.
Pride, everyone. All right.
Happy
so
Pride.
we're going on a boat. And you're greeted essentially at the end of the docking ramp with a few trunks full of coat-like garments that really fold up, and they've got like fur, and they're heavy and thick and everything. I'm gonna say you can make them look whatever way you would like, but the long and short of it is that you are all supplied with coats and pants, I suppose, suitable for much colder weather than what you're experiencing here.
I have just the thing.
I'm just gonna take some of the furs and line my bag in case it gets a little chilly for my dragon friend. Make like a little kangaroo pouch womb for me.
Now it'll be about a 3 days trip. I don't really have much for entertainment, but I've got at least a couple rooms for you guys on the lower deck. Pretty good on provisions. We will have to expect some danger on the latter end of the journey, so I hope you guys are prepared for that. And then just keep in mind, of course, we are searching for Dragon's Lair, so mental preparation, of course.
Of course.
Oh, we could have I'm saying to the group, not necessarily to the captain or anything. We could have prepared for what kind of dragon we'd be expecting in going to a sea of ice.
We still have opportunities to prepare ourselves for that.
Yeah, we can like mentally prepare and like prepare spells and stuff. I just when we were getting like antitoxin, and I didn't consider the fact that like there was literally a predictable outcome coming up that, when we're talking about the different types, ice was very clearly on the spectrum first. When you think ahead, but like not quite ahead enough.
Well, the best information that I can supply from what I had heard of Maccath's communication was simply that it looked of crystal, as if to be made of ice itself.
Oh, well, that might actually be different than we were thinking, so. Guess we'll see. We have seen an amethyst before, but that would be noticeably different. So.
You've had quite the adventures, haven't you?
Yeah, we've actually seen quite a few dragons now I think about it. Only killed about 3 or 4 though.
He's gonna start, tending to getting ready to take off here, but still sort of talking with you as he's passing by and taking care of stuff. What's the biggest one you've seen?
Would that be the one that turned the one that turned into the Draco Lich? Was that the biggest one? I'm not sure.
Over the table, Marlock was by far the biggest one you've seen.
And if Icarus starts talking about Marlock, like, I am going to try to stop him. It's like, no, surely it's the white dragon that became that horrible Draco Lich, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I also didn't think it was the other one because the other one was a good one. Over the table, I didn't consider the good guy dragon to be a dragon. Just kind of like thinking.
Yeah,
I was like,
he would never brought it up because that's a friend, not a dragon.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking. That was literally my thought process.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, because the blue one that we saw at the big iron was kind of wimpy. Like we didn't really fight him, but I'm sure we could have, But then I'll just kind of like ramble off, like, "Oh, great stories for great salesmen because they like stories or whatever." I don't know. It's not salesman, sailor.
Seaman.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Oh, we're happy about Pride.
This is a solid first stream of the channel for Pride Month. Is all I'm saying.
Yep.
We'll be the first and the last.
There it is.
Nice. Or are we
Good
actually?
job, everyone. Yeah, we are.
Oh, we will be. Nice. Yeah, so he's just gonna kind of smirk at Icarus, sort of muffling half of the things he's saying, and just continue to get things ready. And just sort of shake his head and say, "That's okay, I understand. Certain things that you just don't want to talk about." And you will see 2 very large sails erupt from the masts, and you are off very slowly out of the docking area. And at one point, a light breeze will sort of catch him by surprise as he's getting all this ready, and will reveal to all of you this very different scarring on his face than anything you've really seen to this point. Doesn't really look like it would aligns with being scratched or cut or anything along those lines. It's a lot smoother than that, but clearly scarring nonetheless. And then he'll sort of react quickly to pull that hood back over. He doesn't really look like he's embarrassed about it. It was just kind of like a reactive thing. And the ship is off. Would you like to see your rooms then?
Sure.
Sure.
Just through that door, down the stairs, and to either direction. You can take your pick.
Is this where we get to play The Sims? Where's the shit magic?
Pretty
Waiting
much.
for that art drop.
Oh no, I don't think there is a handout for the ship, which is a bummer. No, there's not.
Ruthless.
Yeah, so we're Theater of the Minding this one. So he's taking care of steering and all that, heading out of the dock area. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do?
May as well check out the rooms.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the rooms, the cold weather gear.
Okay. There are 4 rooms, and they're all pretty pretty modest but comfortable. Each has a decently sized bed, a single chest, like chest of drawers, and like a simple rug, table with a chair or two, like a very small table with a chair or two, and your own one lamp within each.
I think even though I have to like sleep on the floor or like bunk like lay against like the wall, I will like want to stay with Juno, just to like make sure we're not all spread out super thin. You know, it's not like we have to be on watch every night, but also just for like a safety feeling, you know.
Come here, my comfort blanket twin. Yeah, I think they take a room and also suggest that like Aster and Ulta stick together, just in case stuff
Good thing.
goes sideways. Or we could all just stay in one room and we could hut it up every night.
Cuddle puddle. Okay.
I just hear the
me
sound of
out.
furniture moving downstairs as we're like moving
Hear
beds
me
into
out.
one big bedroom.
Yes, we put the beds together and just have a cuddle puddle.
You
It's
can't do
we
that.
redecorated a little bit.
We're only in the largest room. The other
Um,
3 rooms are for you.
At one point, he'll actually come down after like a minute or two and see you guys doing this and just kind of seem really unscathed by it. And just say, "Well, you guys are really close, aren't you?"
It's for the warmth.
Yes. That.
Well, luckily, you shouldn't need too much extra warmth for another day or so.
It's for the companionship.
Well, is there anything else you need then?
No.
You may want to hang on to something for a second.
I just grabbed my twin.
We just hold on
to be
each
fair,
other.
I'll just grab whoever I'm near or whatever I'm near.
We all just like grab onto each other. It's like, hold on to something.
Are you sure that's how you want to do it?
You didn't tell us what was happening. We're just grabbing
Oh,
something.
we're about to start moving. You
It's
might
like
want to lean on a wall.
Oh, I see.
Okay, because like
I was very
instinctually
tempted to
grabbed
grab
for
onto
my boom arm,
him.
but you can't see it.
For the record, you did all see that you were starting to move already before you even came down here. As he was sort of steering the ship out of the docks.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know like if it was like gonna start flying or something, and I was like, well, what's gonna help at that point?
He did say we're about to start moving.
Yep. Hold on, something affixed to a surface on the ship.
I'll just
Just
get in bed.
grab onto a post nearby.
I stand with my feet spaced further than normal, like that one impressive person on the subway.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and I'll also hold his hand just in case.
Okay. He is going to simply say, well, for now, good night. And give a single... And you all get lurched as the ship absolutely takes off sailing way faster than you might have expected.
Have you ever seen those TikToks of the people on the Alaskan ships that are like snow crabbing and then like it moves really weird and they just float through the air and then they land back down? That's how I imagine it going.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a very quick acceleration. And now the 3 days journey to somewhere that would normally take weeks by other means might make more sense. So the evening is yours. Is there anything in particular you'd like to do?
I would like to play with my new friend and try to gain their trust and stuff. Just be friendly. Enjoy the time. Like when you get a new puppy and you can't help but play with it all day.
All right. Well, it's a lizard, right?
She's a pseudo dragon. Yes.
Pseudo dragon. Okay.
I have a lizard.
Gotcha. The pseudo dragon's going to be relatively low energy at the moment, but it's kind of at least there, hanging out, checking you out.
I will offer bits of like scrap or like bacon ration or meats or, just to try to befriend.
Okay, it'll go for at least a handful of those pretty readily at first, and then after a bit will just be like a switch just flipped and it's just completely uninterested after a little bit.
Okay. We'll work on it. I'll give him a little nose.
I'm gonna hang out with Puff 2.0 and just give it little pets. Send a message to LSAO just talking about like how the day went. Completely unaware of like going plus 25 words. Like just like, fuck it. I'm just telling him everything that happened just so I can hear him talk to me without like wasting every single spell slot I have.
Okay. They will absolutely respond with a general story about their day as well. Basically, since leaving the council meeting, they were placed into a very nice room at the academy and have already started working on some plans and some crafty ideas for magical items to work on, along with the headmistress. It was the Lady Master. That's what the title was.
Lady Master is what my notes say.
Yeah. And they're genuinely very excited and feeling rather important for the things that they've already started to do.
That's good. There's like a little bit of comfort in that, and then I'm just like very, very sad. Just
Puddle.
petting my little lizard, taking some of the crickets Ulta offered me before, and like having them awkwardly unclose to my mouth and be like, yum, 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 and then like go to pretend to feed it to it. And like, this is food. This is what's happening now. We're just
It will
hanging
take
out.
the food.
Me and my little lizard boy.
Anyone else?
Nah.
Go for it, Aster.
Oh, I was like, outside of just like making sure that Seymour's okay, probably. Not much.
Okay, Seymour
Because we've gone from the sky to the ocean now.
Yeah. Well, you are in the lower deck, so your only real visual of the ocean is a small window, a single small window looking out of each of these rooms. Seymour seems a lot more relaxed at this moment than he was in the castle. He was kind of like freaking out, clearly looking for something, and now he's just kind of like taking in the surroundings and sticking around at the top of your staff.
The light spell wouldn't have any heat to it, would it? It wouldn't be like daylight. It would just be
Correct.
like light. Okay, just like an illusion. Okay. Trying to make a makeshift sun lamp.
Oh,
I think I do have daylight. If we need
I know that one's like a big thing though, so I'm trying to find something like small.
Mm-hmm.
to blind the whole ship, it's fine.
oh yeah. Vision, we don't need that.
Ulta
I mean, I
would-
can
Oop, go for it.
I can create like some heat, but it's from like repurposing a damaging smell. So like my weapon is warm to the touch, so I just keep it by them. But that's not exactly the
Oh.
same thing. That's it.
Ulta, what were you saying?
She would be working on her animal handling per the spreadsheet. But would ultimately, probably on the second night or so, would suggest to Icarus attempting to have the small creatures meet and seeing how it goes. But trying to make some sort of leash where if she had to very quickly grab Sunrunner, she could just kind of yoke him away gently-ish.
Amaranth seems a little low energy right now, so I don't know if it's the weather or if she's just unfamiliar. So I don't know if she's ready for that yet. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Whenever.
Want her to feel better.
That's all Ulta will be doing.
Okay. So resting for the evening is going to be what's next, unless there is anything else that anybody would like to do or talk about.
Think we're good.
All right. Any particular way you want to handle the overnight?
Wait until everyone falls asleep and then slowly cry a little bit. Let them just sleep while I try to pay attention to what's happening on the ship.
And then, as per typical, I will wake up earlier than normal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You will make it through the night. A long rest is achieved with nothing of note happening. However, early the next morning, you will experience for the first time since leaving a very significant thud on the side of the ship. And then another, and then another. And all 5 big smashes that you experience come with a little bit of a splintering sound. And enough momentum to sort of like shift you guys side to side. And you'll hear the captain come running down the stairs, knock on your doors, and say, "I hope you're prepared for marrows. Time for action."
What the fuck is a marrow?
And
Fish
that's where
people.
we will pick up next time.
They're like angry fish people, I think.
I would like to say that Corndog and Juno both asked that.
They're like like almost like dark mermaids, I feel like.
Kind of, except
Like
very,
a drow mermaid.
very
Why am I not a
fish-like.
Tempest cleric? What
I've
have I
only fought
done?
them, I think, once. I think
So
in my entire D&D yearage.
yeah, it'll be interesting. But that's where we're gonna pick up next time. I know it's a little bit shorter stream for us than usual, but I think given the timing of stuff and then like starting into a combat 15 minutes before we would be done anyway, I think it's just best to sort of line that up for next time. So we can go around the table again, introduce yourselves and anything that you want to talk about that's going on for you, and then we'll be out of here. So, Heck, starting with you, please.
Yeah, hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckelette. Tonight I played Aster, the Shifter Circle Wildfire Druid. You can find me on all of the social medias at Sir Heckelette. And it's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space because I'm just all over the place. In terms of where you can see me, though, for the next little bit, this Saturday is the beginning of a Numenera campaign that I will be a part of on the Hype Goblins channel called Stars in the Stone, and you will be able to find me there every Saturday for pretty much the foreseeable future until that campaign ends. This Sunday is the next Coven game where we will be playing Alchemistresses, and it's very much a Sailor Moon, Magical Girl kind of game. So if you're into that, definitely tune in. It's going to be really cool. And then I'm very excited for next Wednesday. You can find me on Lost Caravan RPG playing Corvid Court. I'm going to be a bird that does crime, and I'm excited. Yeah. There are also, not for me, but just in general, there are 2 itch bundles of various TTRPGs that are still ongoing right now that I will continue to shout out until they are done. There is an itch bundle for reproductive rights out there by Roll for Romance RPG. You have I think about 10 more days on that, so go ahead and support that. And then more recently, the bundle for Buffalo went live, and there's still plenty of time to get on that. So get to getting, because the folks at Buffalo would really appreciate it. But yeah, that's me. Let's keep on keeping on.
Hi, I'm Hyacinth, and I was playing Icarus, our spring elf triple class. So
What have you done? Tell me your secrets.
I spilled a little bit of my secret, but there's a plan there. Don't worry, I'm not being stupid.
I mean, it's okay if you are. This is Dungeons and Dragons. Fuck it.
I'm a newfound father. I've not been maxing, I swear. Yeah, newfound father of Amaranth, my dragonfruit dragon.
That means it's me. Hello, everyone. It's me, Corn Dog. Corn Dog McGraw. I don't know who I am. You can find me here in 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm taking some time off. An extended hiatus, you might say. So, see me here in 2 weeks. I love you, LSAO. I miss you. Enjoy your time. Pass it over to Chrissy.
Hello. I'm Chrissy Critz. I played Ulta, our Kobold Swarmkeeper Ranger. Where can you find me? All over the internet at Chrissy Critz. It's the same thing on all the social medias. Other than that, as far as games I'm in, Module Week is a busy one. We are coming up on the finale at the last week of this month for Madness Calls It Forth. And then we will also be starting the world building for something called Dirt. And that will be with Sarah X. Franco as the storyteller GM, which is pretty exciting. And then obviously bi-weekly, you can find me here and over on Oath Sworn Because I'm not kidding, I have a lisp and it sounds weird when I say it. So, yeah, that's where you can find me. Other than that, I want to absolutely double support those itch bundles that Heck shouted out. Please make sure you're going and grabbing those games. You're getting a ton of stuff for very little money, and all of the money goes directly to something that's very important. And then also just want to say, happy Pride, seriously. And don't forget to thank your trans brothers and sisters, because the first Pride was a riot. That's all, thanks.
All right. I do want to mention that life has taken Niff or Niff in different directions. So they have left our show, but we have collaborated with them on great things to continue doing with the character Eliseo. So that will absolutely be happening. We will see Eliseo more. And best wishes to Niff or Niff. And finally, I'm that Magic Juice, the GM for this group, and for now it's just this. We did announce a little while ago that I will be running a Spelljammer adventure once that releases with TPK Roleplay in August. So heads up for that farther down the line. And I think I'm in a couple other things coming up between now and then, but they're still pretty far out there. So for now, we'll see you again in 2 weeks right here at the same time. Adios, everybody.